Let's kick things off by talking about intuition. Many of us, including myself, have experiencing that gut feeling, a subtle nudge telling us which way to go, right? Trusting our instincts, these instincts, is crucial, especially in today's fast-paced world of business. But why is intuition so important? I'm going to talk about intuition and more on today's episode. What's up, everyone? This is Fit for Business with me, Jarod Lehn. If you could do me a favor, a huge favor, if you're watching this on YouTube for the very first time, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. Or if you're consuming this content on Spotify, go ahead and tap that follow button as well. Welcome to episode 44. And for those of you who don't know, I'm the owner and proud founder of Socialtopia. We're a social media marketing agency based out of Monroe, New York. Now, our agency has been around and in business for 7 years as of this month, which is pretty cool to note. Our agency primarily partners with fitness entrepreneurs and home service pros alike. How do we help them? We help them by elevating their brands and achieving their overall marketing goals. So today, I want to dive into transformative ideas that I think will challenge you to trust our intuition, your intuition, embrace fearlessness, and really unlock the potential of your social media strategies. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about on this week's episode, guys. Let's talk about intuition first, right? Intuition, I really feel it can be imagined as a personal guide, right? Akin to, let's say, a compass that aligns with your authentic self. This intuitive compass really is always there with us, right? Subtly pointing you in the right direction, even when a path or that path seems unclear, right? In the bustling world of business, everyday life, countless voices, opinions, and data points clamor for our attention, right? Amidst the noise, I think it really becomes vital to you to listen to your inner voice, which often knows what's best for you, right? Even when logic and reason might suggest otherwise, right? This inner voice is the whisper of your experiences, your instincts, and subconscious insights merging you to provide guidance for yourself. Listening to that inner voice requires a constant effort to drown out the noise, right? In a world where trends change at the blink of an eye and external pressures mount from various directions, right? Trusting our intuition can sometimes feel like venturing into the unknown, right? Yet, it is precisely unknown that holds the potential for making decisions that will truly resonate with your core values, right? And long-term aspirations. So I think when you can align these choices with your inner compass that can guide you, you really can navigate through the challenges with a sense of authenticity and purpose, making decisions not only serve immediate needs, right, but also pave the way for sustainable success. So consider this scenario of an entrepreneur facing a critical business decision, right? Such as choosing two different business ventures at the same time. The data and the market analysis might heavily favor one option, yet there's an inflexible pull towards the other. Trusting this gut feeling or your gut, despite the apparent risks, can lead to unforeseen opportunities, right? And innovative solutions that the data might not reveal at the time. This is the art of intuition, acting as a bridge between empirical evidence and the subtle cues that probably go unnoticed at times. So the benefits of relying on our intuition extend beyond more mere decision making. They foster like that deeper understanding of like the one self and the world. By trusting your instincts, you can really cultivate your confidence and have that sense of empowerment, right? Knowing that these choices that you're making are genuine and deeply rooted in your belief. This trust in your inner voice can be powerful and a counterbalance, right, to those fleeting trends that often sway the decision-making process, right? So while staying informed about the latest trends is super important, allowing them to, overshadow or stand over your inner guidance can lead to decisions that are really misaligned with your true self and long-term goals, right? So ultimately, where I'm going with this, your intuition is a powerful ally in the journey to any form of success, providing clarity and directions in times of uncertainty. By embracing it, you're not only, honoring your authentic self, but you're also opening up for a pathway for growth that is both meaningful and aligned with your deepest values, right? So when confronted with a difficult decision, it's really a natural reaction to seek immediate solutions that are often turned to data, advice, and logical reasoning. On the flip side, there is a profound value in pausing, allowing yourself a moment to just have reflection. This deliberate pause is not really a sign of decision. Rather, it's a gateway into tapping into a deeper source of wisdom, your intuition, right? My intuition. When you stop to truly listen to what your gut is telling you, you can open up for the possibility for more insights that are not immediately apparently through analysis alone. So that intro perspective moment allows you to really sift through the noise, right? And connect with your subtle signals, which is your subconscious is sending your way. So I've heard this before. They say, your instincts are not arbitrary. They are the culmination of a lifetime of experiences that you've led up until this point, your observations and learning stored within our subconscious mind, right? So over time, this vast repository of information that's just stored in your brain can help can serve you, in an internal guiding system, offering cues and nudges when faced with uncertainty. By trusting those instincts, you're leveraging a wealth of knowledge that you may not be easily quantifiable, but it's incredibly powerful at the same time. I think the subconscious mind, our minds, often picks up on patterns and nuances that we're not actively aware, but providing that unique perspective that is like invaluable in our decision making process, right? So trusting your gut, my belief is you can lead to innovative solutions that are going to bring up unforeseen opportunities. Consider this, another entrepreneur deliberating over a new product launch, right? The market research, similarly, what I said before, is not strongly in favor for the idea, yet there's that persistent internal urge to go after it, right? Nothing's gonna stop him. But by pausing to reflect and trust the intuition, that entrepreneur might uncover a niche or unique angle that competitors overlooked, leading to a breakthrough for that product or that service that is going to resonate deeply with consumers. History repeats itself with stories of individuals who followed their instincts against the conventional wisdom, right? That we've heard time and time again. That conventional wisdom, right? And that monumental success that happened when people trusted their instincts. These examples really, I think, underscore the importance of valuing your intuitive insights as a legitimate and powerful tool in your decision-making arsenal. In practice, embracing your intuition really involves cultivating a habit of mindfulness and reflection at the same time. Not saying that, when I say mindfulness, right? When I say mindfulness and reflection, I'm not saying you need to sit here and pray or do yoga. I'm just saying, hey, sometimes it's good to just sit there with your thoughts. One of my close friends always tell me, have you ever just sat there with your thoughts and been by yourself to just think? Sometimes you just need that time. And it's true because it could be the difference in creating space in your decision-making process to really just listening to that inner voice without the immediate need for validation or justification, right? For me, and I think it's helped me, that practice not only enhances your ability to make decisions that are aligned with your true self or your core values, but it's also going to foster a greater sense of confidence and authenticity in your actions. So by honoring your intuitive insights, you're more likely to discover paths, right, that are not only innovative, but fulfilling, because that's the fucking point of this, right? As an entrepreneur, you want it to be fulfilling, where it can lead to outcomes that might have seemed improbable at first glance. So within intuition, there comes something, as we know, called fearlessness, right? And I think fearlessness is often misunderstood as the absence of fear. Yet, true fearlessness lies in the decision to act in despite of fear. Fear is an intrinsic part of our human experience, especially when you're venturing into the unknown or taking significant risks. And that's what we're talking about here. However, rather than allowing fear to paralyze, it can be harnessed as a powerful energy source, right? That can help fuel your ambitions and drive you forward. So I think that transformative shift is really in perspective, turns fear from a barrier into a catalyst for action, right? Enabling you to encourage yourself to confront challenges head on and pursue our goals with renewed vigor, right? So I think when we embrace fearless action, we open ourselves up to groundbreaking results, right? And those results, it requires us stepping outside the familiar confines of our comfort zones, daring to explore uncharted territories. So for entrepreneurs and innovators, this often means experimenting with, as we know, new ideas, new technologies, new markets, even when the outcome is uncertain. We all do it. It's our time. It's in within this space of uncertainty that true innovation can occur, and the willingness to take risks and push boundaries, right, often lead to discoveries and advancements, right, that would otherwise remain hidden if you didn't go that route. So by embracing fearlessness, I think individuals, as we see, are more likely to challenge that status quo, leading to transformative change and progress. So, a crucial aspect of fearlessness is redefining failure, not stopping as a point, but as a stepping stone. I think that shift and that mindset allows you to view setbacks as valuable learning experiences rather than, defining endings, excuse me. And at the same time, if you're running your own business and you're an entrepreneur, chances are you're competitive and you don't fucking like to lose. I don't like to, I hate losing, but I lose all the time. I lost just the other day. I lost at some point today, this morning. I saw some emails come through. I hate losing, but it's a fact. And I think if we're able to embrace this fearlessness, it can help us overcome these objections, right? To gather more insights, continue to build this resilience, refine more strategies for the future endeavors. Why did I lose? Why did this happen? Take these notes and make changes. So consider the story of these entrepreneurs who, despite multiple business failures, right, they continue to persevere and adapt. As we've always heard, every setback provides lessons that inform future decisions, ultimately leading to hopefully a successful venture that might not have been possible with out those initial challenges. So I think by asking ourselves what bold steps can we take today to propel our minds or our personal growth forward, we have to invite opportunities for innovation and success. So I think fearlessness really encourages us to take calculated risks and take those risks and trust them into our ability to navigate whatever obstacles may arise. It's in the moments of the bold actions, right, that we can find our greatest achievements, whatever those may be for you. And finding those achievements and proving that the courage to act despite fear is the key ingredient in the recipe for success. So embracing fearlessness not only transforms individual lives, right, but it also has the potential to drive progress and innovation on a bigger scale. So we're going to jump to, marketing, right? Branding. A more robust social media presence is crucial for entrepreneurs aiming to make a mark in the business world, hands down. Online, as you know, it offers boundless opportunities, but with those opportunities presents the challenge of standing out in an ever crowded space, right? So how do you navigate this landscape successfully or just a little bit? As we know, if you don't already know, you have to leverage creative and strategic social media strategies that are really going to resonate with your target audience, right? It's no longer just being present on social media. That doesn't mean anything. It's about creating a distinctive voice and image that will capture and spark attention and the engagement, because that's key. One of your most powerful tools as an entrepreneur is the arsenal in storytelling. Be able to tell your story, sharing your journey, your challenges, your victories. These victories, everything creates a narrative that other people can connect with. People are drawn into stories that reflect authenticity, vulnerability, really allowing them to see the person behind the brand, the company, the product. By letting your personality shine, right, you can be able to establish a more relatable, trustworthy brand identity. In this context, content relevance becomes more significant than the sheer number of followers, right? Fuck the follower growth. It all starts with the storytelling, engaging content that aligns with your audience, find out who that is, their interest, and what value holds their attention, right? And it's going to encourage them to interact with your brand, right? Fostering that deeper sense of connection, engagement. We hear that time and time again. It's a cornerstone of social media and any strategy. It's not enough to just post content, right? You have to be active, participating in conversation, and just ultimately building these relationships with your audiences. You can say I respond to comments, I don't respond to comments. Listen, you can respond to comments. And if you can't respond to comments because you're too busy, there are AI tools nowadays that you can create automations. You can have FAQs. So that's gone are the days of excuses where you can't respond to messages or DMs. Being able to foster a vibrant community. It's just unacceptable these days. When followers feel heard, they feel valued, they're more likely to become advocates, as we've told in the past, an advocate to share your brand, share positive experiences, with others, which in hindsight basically is getting an organic reach for your brand without having to pay for paid ads. That sense of community, right? It's not only enhancing your brand loyalty, but it just generates that trust and that credibility because that's what it comes down to, right? And lastly, adaptability in being essential in the ever world of evolving social media. Trends, like I said, they come and go, and staying top of these changes can give your brand a competitive edge for some. Others, you have to be open to experimenting with new formats, new platforms, and figure out which platform is going to work for you, whether it's a short form video, live streaming, or an emerging social network, right? Like Threads, possibly. I don't know. This adaptability not only keeps your content fresh, but exciting, also allows you to reach new segments of your audiences, right? So I think those are like one of the main keys, right? Key factors of this takeaway for this conversation when it comes to building your brand on social media, right? Trends come and go. We all know that. Figuring out what your audience is key. Engaging with them is key. Gone are the days of just letting the messages go. They just won't feel unheard. Figuring out what your audience wants to hear from your brand, from your product. It's not about what you want to do. It's what they want. You have to be able to give back. If you go back or if you Google this on YouTube, I'm sure somewhere you can hear Gary Vee talking about this time and time again, like it's timeless principle when it comes to social media. It's about talking about what your listeners want to hear, what your viewers want to see. You have to be able to give back to them. Otherwise, they will not keep coming back for more. And that's the whole point of marketing and branding your content, right? You just have to be able to connect with these audiences. Again, ensuring that your brand remains relevant and engaging in the ever dynamic digital landscape, right? Well, all right, guys, that's a wrap for this week's episode. We will catch you next week.